Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I hope you can see me okay. This workshop is absolutely packed. I love being out here so much, but it's really full right now and I don't care. I'm just so excited to be here. And there are so many things I want to do. It's just crazy. It's crazy. As I walk around my little table, some of the things I want to do, I want to start separating some of this fabric into packs. And let me show you, now that I've mentioned fabric, I know you remember this gorgeous, gorgeous fabric that I purchased, and I said I might get a couple more prints. So I got this one and this one. I'm so excited about this project. So, Danelle, if you happen to stop by and view the video, I'm going to have some of this for you. And so I want to make packs. I want to make packs of fabric. There is a particular journal I've been wanting to make for so long, and I keep getting sidetracked. And I'll talk more about it when I actually make the book, and I'm hoping to work on that today. And I'm so excited to make paper. So that's one of the things that I am going to be doing today. It's very crowded. It's not always quite so crowded because I did bring a lot into the studio last week, and I did a lot of artwork. As you know, you've been watching videos, so I was recording quite a bit. But I also finished out my time at Joann's. So I was working and juggling and sort of transitioning into this. So even though this looks untenable right now, I'm stepping over things that will not be in this pathway around here. And as I begin to do the fun packs again, the fabric packs, as I make some of the clothes that I want to make, which I'm really, really excited about, it will not be so crowded. The other part of what I just said is that I went out yesterday to look for a table to sit next to the workshop that I can dry paper on. I found something perfect. Very first store, perfect price, $5, and it's all plastic. It is meant to be outside. It is amazing. Well, there may be a little metal around the bottom, but you know that I do not care about rust. Rust is fine. So that's going to be my table that I lay the paper on to dry after it's made. I can get so much more done this way. You know how much I love to have things everywhere, and I've been wondering what I would put here. Honestly, I don't remember what used to be there, but yesterday out thrifting, I found this, and I think she is absolutely perfect there. We've got quite a project this morning. I'm so excited about this. But first, I ordered some amazing pockets for my Happy Planner, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of planning off camera because it takes a lot to keep me focused, unfortunately. So I've got to stay on track, people. I have to stay on track. I'll be right back with our project for this morning. Okay, I did some planning. I ended up taking a trip to Hillsboro, which was totally unplanned because I realized my daughter was going to be in town at the park with my grandkids. So I said, well, I will meet you there. I had some things for her. So I'm back, did some planning in my planner, and now we're here with a project. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I always end up not doing what it is that I want to do. So what is it that I want to do? I want to make a completely white and off-white book. I just think that's gorgeous. Lace, old fabrics. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. That's a little curtain that I recently found. I may have a place that I can use that. If not, I love the fabric. So Just don't know if I want to include it in this. So let's put that to the side. Oh, this is so textured. This is going to be perfect. So what I'm doing right now is just going through the fabric, picking out what I want to use, and oh wow, this is interesting. So this looks like it was going to be the beginning of an apron, a fairly large apron, and it's got stickers on it as if, I have no idea what this means. 426.06, and it actually's got, it looks like 35 cents, but I don't know why this would be 35 cents. That's just such a random thing. No idea what's going on here. Somebody has basted over the top of where it's been machine stitched, or maybe it was basted and then machine stitched, which would make sense, but I don't know. They just never pulled the thread out, I guess. So I'm not sure if I'm going to include this in the journal. Wow, there's a lot of these stitches here. Okay, let's put this to the side. Let's just keep looking at some of the things we've got. This is a really silky fabric. I think I'm most excited about this. What do you call this again? Chenille. And it reminds me of the candle wicking and the French knots. The candle wicking is so much fun. My great aunt showed me how to do that, and we used to sit and make designs with that stitch. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't think that's what, I mean, I think it's a different type of knot or stitch, but that's sure what it looks like. Ooh, and then I have this really nice large piece of cotton. That may have, I don't know, that may have a very specific purpose. Here is a stiff fabric. Got strings everywhere. This could be useful. This feels like linen. Talc Premium. House of Frames. I don't know what that means. I don't know why that's on there. Very pretty fabric. I can picture what I want to do. Oh, this is a very white fabric. And I don't know what that is. And then here's a off-white with some stripes in it. There's some cotton fabric. There are tiny little flowers, well, leaves in this. I mean, they're so tiny you can hardly see them. This looks like muslin, and it is not cut very even. This, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have found this. I love anything textured like that. So I think I'm going to use all these fabrics. And then here's a sample. I thought this was fun. What is this? This is 80% cotton, 20% hemp. So it's a sample for apparel. You can see the sleeve here. Maybe we can do something with this. So let me put this to the side. Maybe I'll turn the camera off while I'm thinking about how I want to do this book that I want to do. Okay, I think for the cover, I'm going to use this square book cover. Mine was way too narrow for what I want to do. So I found a piece of cardboard and took out a large piece for a spine. I think I just want the rough cardboard to show. Oops, I don't want to tear it up too much. I'm trying to get a little bit more of that outer layer off of there. So I want this thing to be, I don't know, I can just see it. I want a lot of whites and off-whites, cream color, buttons, just lace. And every time I start something like this, I end up bringing other colors into it, and that's okay. But I've been thinking about this for too long and not doing it. And I'm wondering if I can get away with putting one piece of fabric on the inside. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I know the cover has got some gold on it, but we've got gesso. We've got all kinds of ways to deal with this. So I need to pick a fabric. Now, I wonder if we have enough. Oh my goodness. You know what? Sometimes I just take what the universe sends to me and go with that. This is such a perfect size for this. It's going to be so textured inside. And then we'll have this fringe, which I guess I will leave on the back. So if I bring this, and make sure that those are close enough together. So we would need to cut about right here. Let's just go straight up that line. Of course, there's going to be that piece across the top that we need to get rid of. But what if I use tacky glue? Let's just go straight across there. I want this book to be really textured. Okay, we're going to do it because whatever doesn't work, we can fix. We already know that. So let's get the tacky glue and shake it down. Somebody mentioned about being surprised that I use tacky glue. Yes, I know people have their favorites. I love tacky glue. I love the way it works on paper. I love the way it works on fabric. And it's very thick. It grabs quickly. And I'm such an impulsive person. I like it. I really like it. It's not that expensive. I will usually buy it on sale or use a coupon somewhere. Of course, Joann's is going to be out of the picture where that is concerned. But Michael's, sometimes I will go out, say I'm going to look around Michael's, take my one coupon and get tacky glue. And sometimes I just order it because I like it and I'm willing to buy it. I like the way it holds. So we're gonna, I need something to brush glue around with. Did I not have another? I really thought I had something. I gotta stop using my finger. I do have a brush here. Oh my gosh, it's been sitting in the paint water. So we're gonna turn this into the glue brush. It's the bristles are horrible. I can't use this to paint. It's all rusted, and I think we're just going to use this for our glue spreader. I need to go dump that paint water out and get some clean water. And then underneath on the desk, I always keep a piece of paper. I haven't done it lately because I've just gotten back out here, as everybody knows. I normally keep a piece of paper that I work on for couple of weeks or so, and then it makes the best paper for journal pages. You just cut it up and put it right into your books. So let's start with the cover. That's the good place to start. I'm putting a lot of this because I don't want this fabric to not stick. Do this. Got to be careful with this part. We can move things around if we need to, but like I said, this glue grabs kind of fast, and so let's just lay it down. No idea what this is going to look like on the other side. Oh, I think it's going to be amazing. I love it already. So while this dries, and this is the reason that we wanted a whole lot of glue, because unless we decide to sew, whoa, what is that stuck on? Unless we decide to sew something next to the spine and that gap between the spine and the front and back cover. This is all that's going to be holding the book together, is that one piece of fabric on the inside. And I love it. I love it so far. So let's, while this is drying, and you know what? As long as this is drying, let me grab, where is it? Some gesso. Maybe this will be, I need something to stir it up. Jen, this is what you bought for me. I've used it for a long time. I always pour some into another container and then use that. Okay, this current journal, it has turned into a totally, so I'm definitely staying with the white and cream colors. I wasn't going to say I've gone off track, even though a little bit of purple showed up in the white paint. That's because of the stencil. I really think we're going to get rid of that with what we do subsequent to this. What I was going to say is this has turned into just like a rebirth out here for me, getting acquainted again with all of my supplies, doing what I like to do. So let me show you something. I had put fabric down, as you've already seen, all the way across, and I think what I'm going to do, oh, that's kind of tall. I think I'm going to sew the signatures to this, which you know I love to do, and then I'm going to glue this down. So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine. I think some of you have asked about how I do this before. I'm just going to lay this down and sew straight down the middle, and then I will keep adding subsequent signatures, whether it's in the back or in the front, and we're just going to keep adding to it until it's full. So I'm going to do that. I just wanted to take a break from my glorious creating out here. It feels so good to be back out here. Show you what I'm doing, but I'll be back with the, I don't know if it'll be completely finished. What is this I keep hearing? Oh, it goes to a candle. I will be back with progress on this at some point. This is the gesso, by the way. I don't remember if you saw that earlier. So let me show you what we have. Oh my goodness, I've pulled down a bag of these gorgeous flowers to go in this book. There have been so many times lately that I have purchased a piece of fabric, maybe a sample like this, and I think, I want a journal where I can just see this. I want a book that I can hold, something that's really tactile and just rich with textures and patterns, lace and things like that. So this is how, you can see the stitching here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9 signatures here. That's what it looks like. I usually start with the center one, and I just take it to the sewing machine and sew right down the center. I don't do any kind of template or anything like that. So sometimes it's not completely perfect, and that's okay. But I just trust my eye and my senses. Sometimes you kind of have to feel along the edge, because when you take this to the sewing machine and it's already got all this other stuff on it, and you lay this folded piece of paper, I already sewed fabric to the other side of it, and I kind of line it up, lay it down flat. I kind of feel along the edge. I don't want to sew up onto this signature over here, and I don't want to get too far out. I'm having a wonderful time out here, but I wanted to check in again and show you what this looks like. So I'm going to glue this right to that fabric. If we need to, I can come back later with my awl and punch some holes in here and sew through this to really shore it up and make sure it's not going to fall out. But for right now, we're just going to glue it in. I'm looking and noticing that this signature is kind of long, but this is really unraveling. That's okay. That's part of the texture that I want. I'm just trying to decide, do I want that at the top or at the bottom? So let's do this. Let me take the glue, and I can feel where this little dip is between the cover and the spine. And we're just going to put a bunch of tacky glue. It'll take it a little while to dry, but once it dries, it's there to stay. And let's see, this is the brush that I said I was going to use for glue. We're supposed to have storms tonight. I guess it's kind of that time of year. It's starting to get hot outside, and honestly, I wish you could see the pollen. I guess everybody deals with it, but pine trees, it is unbelievable. So every day for the last 4 days, I have come outside in the morning onto our screened-in porch. I've taken a bottle of Method spray cleaner and sprayed the whole table. Where we have, you know, if we have people over and we eat on the porch, that's where we eat. It's where I sit in the morning to do my planner. For 4 days, that's the first thing I've done every day is take the Method cleaner, spray that table down, get either, you know, a dusting cloth. Actually, this time of year, I try to use paper towels because it's just too much. And if you look at this, this is what has come off of my table every single morning, and by the end of the day, it's like this again. I'm going to put a little clip in to show you just how much pollen we have, and it's daily. This will go on until the pollen is done falling. This is the pine pollen, I think. We also have oak pollen to get through. It's unbelievable. So, let's see. Let me make sure. Okay, this has to go this way because of the pockets. I don't know if you noticed that, but I have put some pockets in here. And okay, that's kind of tall, so let's pull it down. You're going to see how this grabs. I wouldn't be able to just slide it down. I'm going to pick it up and move it. So that I love this. This is what I wanted. I want things sticking out of this book. And now let's get back in here and make sure. So there's that indentation between the back cover and the spine. And then here it is over here. So I want this laying down completely flat and glued into place. And I'm going to go through between each signature and really press that down. We're gluing that inside the cover. And from here, I'm going to be putting so many things into this book that I just want to see. It's just a tactile, beautiful project that I keep thinking I want to have. And this is it. I want things, totally got that glue on my finger and then got it on the Sharpie back there. I want something that I can just sit and look at and enjoy. It's going to have the flower petals, it's going to have buttons, lace, trims, all sorts of things. So here we are right now. And of course the cover's not done. And once this dries, this is able to bend a little bit. I don't want to do too much of that right now because I do want that to dry. So that's right. That feels right. I wonder if I have any clips just to lightly clip all this. So that it kind of stands up. I am going to put one more. But I think I'll put it, let's see, let's put it right here. I really need one big. So that's helping it all stand up. and that signature, let's just let that glue dry tonight. And tomorrow we'll be ready to do so much work in here. So I guess I'll stop for now. I'm so excited about this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Yeah, let's just see. Let's see what it feels like tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back really soon. Bye for now.